I've been soaking it up. I love it. The fans, I'm glad the fans are embracing me and appreciating me. I walk down the street and, they honk their horns, they say hi, and, it feels great that they appreciate me. I'm just, all I'm doing, I'm a hard worker. And if they appreciate that, then, there's more to come. That's what I do.
You mentioned on Sunday that you're really playing to try and stick around here, whether it's here or in this league, because you want to be in the NBA. But obviously, you've mentioned that you really like to stay. Do you see this opportunity down the stretch to really try and audition yourself?
Of course. I mean, I wouldn't say it's just me auditioning. It's just me wanting to be in the NBA. Coming from London, growing up in a city like that, not a lot of people go up in London and make it to the NBA. And just me being here was enough for me. Everything else is just a positive. A plus, I'm sorry. And the fact that I have a chance to be here for a few more years is, will add on to that. And, like I said, I'm just working to try and make that a reality. And I would love it to be in Toronto because I love the fans here. I love the city, apart from the winners. And, it's just a good feeling right now. I'm just trying to keep it going, though.
A lot of people saying, obviously he's just one of those guys playing for a contract. I don't get the sense that you're doing anything different than you normally would be doing.
And I'm glad you said that because I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm playing for a contract. I've played like this. Anybody who's seen me play since, I came over here, they know that this is how I play. I'm doing it on the bigger stage now, and people get to notice it and they get to see it. And, I don't think I'm one of those players that play for contracts or, play for, 1 year and then, a couple years later you don't hear of them. I'm one of those players who appreciate the game, and I'm a fan of the game. So I'm just going to keep trying my best to get better and keep working hard. And, I think this is going to be, in a few years down the line, you're going to be like, well, it's the same player we saw, a couple years ago. So I'm just going to try to keep it going and, just show people that, this is what I do and it's not a one-off.
The last two games, is that just basketball or, it's such a high from the Sunday game, and then you're on the road, and most people thought there was plenty of momentum going into that Charlotte game, and it just didn't translate.
There was definitely momentum. It's just you play it back-to-back, and we exerted so much energy against Indiana. I know me on a personal note, I did, but it was tough for us to get going. And I wouldn't think it was a basketball thing. It was just not us having a lack of energy, a little bit of fatigue too. We played a hard game the night before, and we flew to Charlotte and played them, and I still think we could have won the game, but we just didn't have it. I think Friday's going to be a different story. I know personally I'm going to be a totally different player, and we were working hard in practice. We saw the mistakes that we made and saw how we could correct them, and I feel like it's going to be a different outcome on Friday, and we're going to be playing a lot better with that same energy we had against Indiana and Detroit, and hopefully we have the win too.
And 5 straight at home too. You've been here for a few home games, and if you give the fans something to cheer about, they're behind you. 100%.
Definitely. Well, we know the fans are going to be there, so we got to dig deep and find out what we had against Indiana and just try and play with that same energy and try and keep it going. We got 5 home games. We got to make the most of it. If we can, come out with 4 or 5 wins out of those 5-game stretch, we show some size of life, and we'll never know. Maybe you have a chance to that playoff spot might look a lot closer, a lot easier to reach.